Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Memorial Day. Bullseye here with a haul. Um, I guess my last haul was on Mother's Day, so I'm only doing hauls on holidays. I'm like calendar man now. Gonna try and do this quick. Couple fun books up front. Not a bunch of huge keys in this one. So right here we got Star Wars Jedi versus Sith #1. It's the first appearance of Darth Bane, and he's from like the old Republic. And I think if you have not heard that movie's coming, this was a book I have of him. There's a really cool trilogy, and it takes place like in like 1,000 years before the other Star Wars, and specifically with him, it all has to do with basically how the Sith are, how we know them today. He's really cool. Grab this book if you find it. I've seen a bunch of people show this. I think I saw Mercenaut show this, and even Jim Comics. And if you're not familiar with those guys, check out my related channels tab, and you'll see some really good comic book channels in there. This is so. I'm sorry if I didn't say this is the first appearance of Punk Mambo, the Voodoo Priestess. Or sorry, no. That's wrong. This is the first cover. Her first appearance is issue 13. This is issue 16 variant. And this is her first cover appearance. It goes for almost as much as her first appearance. I'm not a big Valiant guy, but I know it goes for a bit. There was a 13 there as well, and I grabbed it, but when I got home, I saw it was 13X. So it was like literally a preview of issue 13, and it did not have her in it, unfortunately. I showed some Major Force stuff. I showed Major Force's first appearance in the last haul, and I talked about the fridge issue, so I wanted to show it. This is the fridge issue, where his girlfriend gets killed and dismembered and stuffed into a fridge. So that's 54. And this, I'm sorry, well, big deal, right? It's totally looks normal, but it's actually newsstand. I grabbed my normal copy so you guys could see the difference. It was in the dollar bin, and it had like a $15 price tag on it, so I took a second look. And I've also been trying to get like variants for this run, and so yeah, it seems pretty rare. Seems like it can go for a bit. The newsstand copy. And then we got 22 Brides. I found 2 of these. This is the first appearance of Painkiller Jane, and there's something with her in the works. I know they already made a movie, I think for sci-fi, based on her a while back. But there's something new coming. I already have this, but I figured I'd go ahead and grab another one. It is Empress #1's greenlit at Netflix. And this is a big spec book for me. I could see this spiking the same way the Umbrella Academy Free Comic Book Day book has, because this has been optioned. It takes place in the 80s. It's kind of like a mob story in the 80s. Very cool, has a lot of potential, and this predates #1. So, could see this. I have a few of those. Let's see, we got some Image Turtles here. I just really like the cover of this one, Body Count. And Turtle Soup. By the way, most of these were 25 cents. One of my store was having all their dollar books for 25 cents. So I grabbed a few books I maybe wouldn't normally grab just because they were a quarter. So Turtle Soup #2. Got the turtles fighting dinosaurs on there. Pax Romana. This is very cool. This is the special edition. It collects issues 1 and 2. It's kind of like forget. I read the bio. I think in the future the Pope has access to time travel, and he like decides to send back a modern army unit to like enlighten the Romans or something. I'm not, I think they end up clashing. It just kind of a cool concept. This was just a variant I didn't have for this issue. It's Clayton Crane cover. I don't know that it's rare. It's probably not even, I don't even know if it's a 1 in 10. Might have just been like 2 different covers for the book, but I just grabbed it. This I found the first issue recently, so I was happy to find number 2. This is Marvel the End, number 2. Got Thanos there. And I've been trying to complete this run. This is Black Panther, Volume 3. I think the first appearance of Shuri is in this run. It may be Volume 4, though. I'm not 100%. But a lot of cool stuff in here. A lot of Killmonger stuff that I think they borrowed for the movie. I already have a few of these, but it was 25 cents, so I grabbed it. Okay, we got Blade number 2. I think it does say Strange Tales, but in CLZ it went in as Blade. So just kind of on a Blade kick, and these were 25 cents. So it was number 4. And I found number 1 from this set recently, so I got number 2, 4, and 5. And these are really cool covers by Tim Bradstreet. He did a lot of the Punisher covers for Garth Ennis's run, so I'm a fan. Tomb of Dracula. Looks like Blade is on the cover there. We got Evil Dead issue 1. I collect this stuff, and I didn't know about this series, so I guess that one snuck by me. Picked up a few of these. I know there's a series coming that's based on Vision. These were 50 cents. So I grabbed 4 of issue 2 and 3, which are like the only 2 issues in the run that are not that hard to come by. But I don't have them, and I figured for 50 cents I'll get a couple extra. So yeah, I would say like 70% of these were like 25 cents, and then somewhere 50, and 1 or 2 were $1. This just looked kind of cool, vampire story. Vampirella, pinup special, Adam Hughes cover. Every haul should have some Adam Hughes in it, guys. And I have this book, but again, 25 cents. I just grabbed it. Gene Simmons, Dominatrix. And I got issue 2, which I didn't have, but I don't know, it's kind of like crappy CGI art. Frank Cho cover for Codename Knockout number 1. This was one I had like left there in the past, and then I was like, well, for 25 cents, I'll take it. There was a lot of that. I found a lot of stuff that I had put back in the past, and was like, I guess the price is right. And this is like a Witchblade manga series with some sexy covers, so I grabbed that. That's Witchblade manga number 10. This is absolutely garbage on the inside. It's terrible writing. It's really bad. But the covers are great. This is my 3rd. I think I still need number 1. But it's a very cheap book. Grab these covers. Grab this book. This was one I straight up just grabbed for the cover. Just thought it was nice. I like those hips. War Goddess 11. I paged through this and it looks really cool. It's kind of like, I don't know, it looked like an R-rated Wonder Woman basically. So I think I'm gonna start picking those up. Warrior Nun Brigantia. Battle for Britain. Part 1. So just really like the cover. You know, I like nuns, I like Nazi stuff. In comics, I mean. DV8. I gotta stop buying this. This is my third copy. Dave Stevens cover. It's the Pride variant. It's a beautiful one, but I think I'm good on that for now. Another just random grab, 25 cents. I'm like, whatever. I like the cover. It was kind of supposed to look like an old 70s kind of exploitation movie poster. That was Nancy in Hell on Earth #2. This is not part of this haul. I got this a while back. I don't think I showed it I think it was before I was doing hauls. This I picked up today, so I just wanted to show the set. Just a cool, cool little set. So yeah, it's just kind of let's see. So we got some Jackie Chan. This is Hellbent Hero for Hire, and I've got #1, #2, and the photo cover for #3. I'm not a big autograph guy, but this would be cool to get autographed. And I guess Topps took it over, and we got this one is The Armor of Heaven, which is a little confusing because that's also the subtext for this one from Image. I wonder, I don't know. So yeah, this is 1 of 6, and I got 2 of 6, and then a little Garth Ennis pocket. I'm a huge Garth Ennis fan. Found the whole run of this Bloody Mary book. It's just 4 issues, but, you know, whole run for $1 of Garth Ennis. Sure, I'll grab it. He was doing this series it was like an anthology piece, Cinema Purgatorio or Purgatory, and that was like an anthology with a little couple pages story from like each person. Alan Moore was doing some, and he was doing some, and there was others in there, but so I guess this was either before that or after that, collected into its own books, because I know this was the series he was doing in Cinema Purgatory. So I got those, Code Prue 1 and 2, and a couple books I needed from the Stitched run he did. These are both the Gore covers for #6 and 7. I saw a video on this recently. My good buddy is a huge Rick Veitch fan and had been, I think, told me to pick this up. But it wasn't until I saw like a video on YouTube recently talking about it, how it's like really dark and fucked up story about sidekicks, that I was like, all right, I'll pick it up for $0.25. Congo Bill. I guess this is kind of like a modern take on a Silver Age character. Fables 17. I'm trying to complete some of the earlier run. Figured I'd grab that. Batman Gotham Adventures 23. And 39. Batman the Ankh. This is really, really cool. It's like I think it's like a Elseworlds, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I flipped through it. It looked dope. It was just 25 cents. These holiday bashes can be a lot of fun, and often have some really touching stories. So I grabbed it. Some Transformers stuff I needed. This is kind of like, it's like a guidebook, or it just like has everybody's information and what they turn into, their strengths and weaknesses and stuff. I just got a lot of like random stuff left. Got The Shadow, the movie adaptation. This is book 2. Just need to get 1. Found the second part of the Southland Tales trilogy. I have a thing for movie adaptations, so I grabbed Spawn the movie and Hulk the movie adaptation. Stardust got 1 and 2. I believe this was adapted into a movie, a bad movie. And we got Buckaroo Banzai, big Buckaroo Banzai fan. This is number 1. Not a big fan of this old CGI. Gloom Cookie number 1 by Slave Labor Graphics. I don't know anything about this, but I like a lot of their slave labor graphic stuff, and you know, like they did Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee Lenore, I think, and that stuff can be hard to come by. So it was a number 1. Grabbed it. I got this because it's got Frazetta art on it and in it. Frank Frazetta, Big Blown Baby, number 1. Don't ask me, dude. I don't know. Okay, a short video. It's like almost 20 minutes. Great. Lost Planet. Just thought this was cool. Sci-fi kind of series. I don't know if it's a reprinting. Picking up some House of M stuff. Spider-Man, or Wolverine versus Spider-Man. House of M, The Day After, one shot. And this was cool. Never knew this existed. Apparently it picks up right where Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man, leaves off. And I think there's 3 of these, and it fills in the gap between this and ASM 1. This was like a quarter. I've been picking up some animosity stuff. I think this is kind of like a guidebook. I always pick these 2 covers up when I see them. Always. Just love that. Like Red Skull, Nazi, Cosmic Cube stuff. And these are all the Nazi supervillains from the Invaders series, done by Alex Ross. It's such a cool cover. It's so cool that this even exists. You can see Thor in the background there. That's Warrior Woman, Masterman, Iron Cross, U-Man, I think, like U-Boat. I forget that guy. Driver, comic book adaptation. Huck number 3. I think I have like 3 number 1s. Figured for 25 cents I'd grab this one. And Hack and Slash, this is volume 2, number 25. And I didn't have this book. I'm not a big fan of the cartoony cover, but it is a cover swipe of the very first Hack and Slash. So, let's see these. I think I bought my first hack and slash new when it came out. That's pretty much it. I'll show my last pile, and then this is it. Just a couple invincible back issues I needed. 108, 107, 94, 90, 87, and 85. And I think there's a movie or a series and an animated series in the works for Invincible, so probably gonna get hot. And got Spider-Man House of M #2. And this, honestly, I thought I was buying something related to body bags, but I don't think it is. But it was only 25 cents, so some about a Mexican restaurant. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Made it this far. Hit that like and subscribe. Sorry it was a long video. Happy Memorial Day. I'll see you next time.